Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Talk About Fatherlessness. My name's Sean Teis, your host and the founder of Life Factors Fatherless Ministries and God is My Dad. Normally we have a guest on the show, but today it's going to be a little bit different. This is kind of a year-end chat, just talking about what we've done throughout the year and just sharing with you 2024, what we're looking at doing. And so I just wanted to give you guys an update, just a quick talk for a little bit. Just so thankful for all that God's done this year in 2023. We've seen some amazing things, how God has worked, and we are so thankful to have you behind us and being one of our listeners, how you listen to our podcast or on YouTube, or you've subscribed to us, or maybe you're seeing this on social media. But we're just excited to have you with us. We've had a lot of changes happen this year. We had a whole move from Las Vegas, where we were at doing a project out there for about 20 months. That project ended, and then we moved to Pennsylvania in August. And so we're still getting adjusted to be in Pennsylvania. It was towards the end of August. And so we're just excited to be here and excited for the future of our ministry, to see what God has for us, seeing great things happening. We started out the year and we just prayed through what does God want us to do this year? And we saw some incredible things where we worked with Liberty Baptist Church out in Las Vegas, and we did the at-risk Bible clubs. We also started another semester of our single mom ministry out there. But while we did that, we started pursuing churches in 2023, and we saw other churches start single mom groups around the country, which was so cool. It was such an awesome experience. And so that's something that we knew God wanted us to continue to pursue. My wife and I, we recorded a curriculum for them, for those groups, and we started seeing groups launch. We had a church in Indiana launch one, then another church in Indiana launch a group, and then we had a church in Illinois launch a single mom community group, and then we had a church in Mississippi launch one, and then one in Utah, and a church in Tennessee launched one. I believe they launched in 2022, but we also had a church in Florida launch one, and so we're seeing these groups just launching across the country, and it's just been so amazing to see God work and do that work. Our goal, we'd love to see. And, and sometimes it's hard to set goals because you don't know how God's going to work and what all he's going to do. But I would love to see, and I would love more than this actually, but I think a tangible goal would to see 100 groups going by the end of 2024. And so I wanted to ask, would you help with that? If you're a church listening to this, if you're a pastor, or if you're in a church and you have a church, would you help us get established in your church? Our goal is to get at least one single mom community group in every county of the United States. And maybe you're thinking, well, what's the point of these single mom groups? The point of these groups is so that we can get community for single moms in these churches, and where they can get evangelized and they can get discipled, and that their children can find hope in these churches. And so the goal is to point them to the church through different means, such as Facebook marketing, such as through our presence on the YouVersion Bible app, different word of mouth referrals, things like that. Them finding through our God is My Dad app. We have a map on there, godismydad.com, or the God is My Dad mobile app on the Apple and Google Play Store. At least I know it's on the godismydad.com, but finding that map and finding your church, or that church that's listed on our network, where these single moms can find that church, to find this church that cares about them, that cares about their kids. What an invaluable thing for these women to be plugged into a local church. But then also, if that church has a single mom community group, oh man, what a difference it can make in that mom's life. We've had so many single moms tell us throughout the years, hey, I can't find anybody to mentor my kid. But if we can get these single moms evangelized and discipled, then those moms can help work with their kids and do even more work with their kids. And then maybe eventually a mentor will come along, and mentors are definitely needed. I had them pour into my life. But if that kid has a mom that is being discipled and cares about Jesus, imagine the difference it can make in that child's life. And so we want to see these single mom community groups all over the nation. I want to challenge you. If you're in a church, if you're a pastor, a ministry leader, will you consider starting a single mom community group in your county, in your church? That'd be an amazing blessing to us as a ministry, because we're trying to grow this, but also to these single moms. Think about them in your church and community. Would you consider in 2024 doing a God is My Dad Father's Day party? That's something we're going to be pushing. God is My Dad Father's Day party. We did that for 2 years in Vegas, and we saw great things come from that. We also did, when I was a youth pastor, we would do a God is My Dad, or we just did like a Father's Day party through our church. But we want to get churches all over the country to do God is my dad Father's Day parties, where around Father's Day, you do a party for the fatherless and single moms. Maybe you're thinking, when I've had some, a little bit of backlash, but people have said, well, what about the dads? We celebrate dads during Father's Day. You know how hard it is for a kid that doesn't have a dad around Father's Day? It's a great ministry opportunity for your church to minister to the fatherless and single moms. It's not taking away from the dads. It's not taking away from the dads. You don't have to do it on Father's Day. Maybe do it the Saturday before or the Saturday after or the week of, but just do something for the fatherless families, letting them know that you care. And we've heard great feedback from these fatherless families where they're like, man, that was such a blessing. That was such an encouragement during such a hard time. It's such a hard day for fatherless families. So I want to challenge you to consider doing that in the new year, starting a single mom group in the new year, maybe joining our God is my dad network of churches and ministries. Maybe you're thinking, well, I can't start a single mom group. We don't have anybody yet to start that. Well, just join our network and be involved in our network. You can be listed on our map then, and you have access to our online resources, our continuing catalog of resources. You can download our books as PDFs and all the video curriculum that we have. You can download all those things. You can use all those things in whatever way God leads you to use them. You have access to all that stuff. But go to lifefactors.org, lifefactors.org, and learn more about our network and join our network. I want to challenge you with that. I want to encourage you to join our network and be involved with our ministry so that we can help you as you minister to the fatherless. We're available to you that way, and we can help with whatever it is you're facing. So join our network, start a single mom ministry in your church, be involved in the God is my dad a Father's Day party, and stay tuned. Check out our Let's Talk About Fatherlessness show. Subscribe to it. We're going to be coming out with more God is my dad morning shows, or we might switch it over to a God is my dad show. I'm not sure yet, but definitely check those things out. Now, just real quick, I want to go back to the single mom ministry. I was thinking about that as I was kind of wrapping it up. Some misconceptions, some things that people, some myths that go around about starting a single mom ministry. The first one is big. This is the first one. This is a big one right here. It has to be a single mom that runs the ministry. That is not the case at all. Okay. Please don't believe that lie. It could be a former single mom, but it doesn't have to be. We have some great groups going they're not run by single moms. They could be run, again, they can be run by single moms. I'm not condemning them. Those are great groups too. But it could be just a pastor's wife. It could be a solid Christian lady in the church. It could be a husband and wife that take it on as a ministry. Just find somebody that really cares about this issue and take it on as a church. Maybe you're thinking, well, why do I need to do that? The Bible tells us it's pure religion and undefiled before God and the Father is this, to visit the fatherless and widows in their affliction. What's that say about single moms? If you look at the root of widows there, it's talking about as a woman who's lost her husband due to death or abandonment, a single mom, if you look that up. And then you're really ministering to the children if you minister to the mom. And so practice pure religion that way. Find somebody in your church to run the group, and it's going to be just a great ministry for you. You might think, well, we're going to have like 50 single moms. You might not have that right away. Even if you started with 2 or 3, 4 or 5 single moms, 10 single moms, look how many fatherless kids are impacted by that. 2, most likely there's probably maybe 1 or 2 kids. So that's, maybe 2 to 4 kids. 5 single moms, you're looking at maybe 5 to 10 kids, fatherless kids that you're impacting, and you're going to be able to change and break the cycle in their life by ministering to these moms. And so the difference that we can make in getting these families connected to a local church, that's what we're trying to do. The local church impacted my family, and our lives were changed through that. And even the difference that could have been even more in my mom's life if she would have had a single mom community group. And even when I was talking to my Uncle David Teis about this, pastor in Las Vegas, when I was telling about starting this group in Las Vegas, he said, man, I wish my mom would have had that. My grandma, that was my grandma. He's like, I wish my mom would have had that. And he was excited that we were going to launch this group. So I challenge you to get launch one of these single mom community groups. We can help you with it. We'll help you with the process of getting started. We have a way of marketing to single moms on Facebook where you can find single moms. Maybe you're thinking, well, we don't have any single moms in our church. You don't have to. We brought in about 30 single moms into the church in Las Vegas that we were at. And so from Facebook marketing was a lot of it. And so you can do the same thing. And another misconception is, well, it has to be a big city. No, it does not have to be a big city. We have a church in Zionsville, Indiana. They're close to Carmel, Indiana, but they're in Zionsville, Indiana. They're in between, cornfields. Okay, they're out in the middle of the country of Indiana, and they brought in. I think they run an average. Last I heard was 11 single moms. This isn't a big church; it's a great church, but it's not a big church, not some massive church. 11 single moms. They come on Wednesday night and they get ministered to, and they've seen amazing things. The pastor's wife runs that one, so I just want to challenge it. Pray about it. Pray and ask God if He'll guide you, if it's His will, for you to start a single mom ministry. This is an epidemic in our nation. Fatherlessness is impacting all of us, and so we all have to do something about this issue. If God puts it on our heart, if God's putting it on your heart, consider starting a single mom ministry, and you can mentor the kids through that. We have different content to minister to the children, or they can just get plugged into your different programs of the church, and then maybe find mentors for them organically in your church. But I want to challenge you: join our network, start a single mom ministry, and we can help you do it. Contact our ministry. Go to lifefactors.org, go to godismydad.com, go to one of the contact forms. Contact us if you have questions about it. Message me on Facebook, message our ministry on Facebook. Let us know how we can help you as you minister to the fatherless. That's our mission, is to help local churches. It's one of our missions, to help local churches to help you with this. So with our ministry year-end chat, we're just challenging people to get involved in different programs, different resources for fatherless families. Some of the ways that you can help us at the end of the year. We're trying to raise $25,000 at the end of this year to help us finish the year strong. And so would you consider giving a donation at the end of the year as you look at your year-end giving and planning? Would you consider giving a 25, or not you giving 25,000? Now, if you want to do that, we're fine with that. But if you would consider maybe giving a donation towards our ministry at the end of this year, or even at the first of the year, to help us out, we would love that. Or even become a monthly partner with us, which your donation will go towards. Some of the things that we come up with that you could help us with will help us reach more fatherless families. When you support our ministry, it helps us reach more fatherless families. Helps us be able to get out there more and do more through social media, through going to events and things like that to minister to more fatherless families. It'll help us as we launch more single mom ministries. You help us with that. Maybe you want to sponsor a church, and you want to sponsor a church to get started with their single mom ministry. You can do that. It's $50 a month to start a single mom ministry at a church, to join our network, and so we keep it at a very minimal cost for the churches. I've had pastors tell us, man, that's it. And so it's a very low cost to access all of our curriculum. Maybe you could sponsor your church and sign your church up, and we would love to get you set up. Or maybe you want to sponsor 100 churches. We would love to have you do that. Or 10 churches, or maybe you're thinking, hey, let me sponsor a church, and then we'll go out and we'll find a church so you can use that sponsorship. We would love for you to do that to help us get more churches involved in this. It'll help us create some more discipleship content. We have all kinds of content we want to publish and create and get out there, but we need the resources in order to do that. Books that we want to write and things that we want to create for fatherless families. Children's God is my dad, children's devotional, different content that we want to get out there, but we need the resources in order to do that. So would you help us be able to create those things and give a donation towards that, or maybe become a monthly partner as we develop these resources? And we would love to be a missionary, even at your church, or even for you as an individual or with your business. And we're not trying to come across as a used car salesman. We just need resources and money to be able to continue to develop and grow as a ministry. And so if you're thinking, hey, I'm looking for a place to invest, invest in us, invest in our ministry. We would love to have you help us as we grow this ministry to become a ministry that's impacting fatherless families even more than we are now. We've reached thousands of fatherless families through our different resources and programs and initiatives, but we want to reach way more than that. We want to reach millions of fatherless families. This is our passion, but we need resources in order to continue to grow that. And so would you consider that? Would you consider becoming a partner with us? Your donation will help us support our current single mom ministries, help us continue to develop curriculum and things like that as we continue. We already have almost about 2 years worth of curriculum that we've developed. We have a year and a half done. It's already edited and everything. Now the other one's another half a year, but it costs money. It takes time and money to do these things, to create these resources. And we need your help to be able to pay for the editing of the videos and to get them professionally done. So they're out there and they're be able to be used by churches. And so would you sponsor these things? Will you help us with that? And then help us, your donation will help us get fatherless children and teens and single moms and them connected to churches and in different ways that we have planned for that. And then also, as like I said, create more discipleship, evangelistic content. So with our ministry, we spread awareness. One of the things we do, but it takes resources to do that. Spread awareness about fatherlessness. We create unique resources. We want to take the God is My Dad app that we have now. We want to take it to the next level, and that's going to take some funds this year. So we want to take that and make it even more usable for fatherless families, and across the nation, around the world. Fatherless for God is My Dad fatherless app on the Apple and Google Play Store. So would you consider sponsoring that? We also we have a bunch of different books and different content we want to develop, but we need resources for that. We also speak, and would you sponsor us in speaking? Or if you're a church, would you want to have us in to speak at your church? We're not, like I said, we're not begging to do that, but if you want to have us in to speak on fatherlessness, or to speak at your missions conference, or different on just a Sunday, let us know. We'd love to be part of that. We're starting to get asked for different things for 2024. We're scheduling out our 2024. So consider maybe having us out for that, for a purposeful time for us to be involved at your church. We'd love to do that, or maybe a camp that you want to have a speak at, or an event, a conference. We're getting involved. We're excited. We're going to be speaking at the National Religious Broadcasters event, the NRB in Nashville. I'm part of a forum that we're going to be speaking for. And so excited to be on that panel and speaking on fatherhood. It's a fatherhood panel. It's on Thursday of the NRB. So definitely watch out for us there. We'll be there. If you're going to be at the NRB, look us up, and we'd love to connect with you more there. But just getting different opportunities like that. Just spoke to a pastor today about speaking at a church in Tennessee. Now the pastor spoke to me about maybe doing an event down in Florida at the end of the year. It's different things coming up, trying to figure out our schedule, working through what we are even going to do here in Pennsylvania. But just pray. Would you pray for us about that? Pray for us that God would guide us on our schedule for 2024 and in the future. We have so many plans, so many initiatives we're trying to do, but we don't want to get distracted by busy. We want to make sure that we're focused on reaching fatherless families and doing it the way God wants us to do it. There can be in ministry, there's a lot of times we can get distracted by busy, but we want to be very intentional, focused on spreading awareness, creating unique resources, speaking, partnering with local churches. That's our four main things that we do. We focus on these things, and then really the fifth thing is establishing local ministries and helping mainly churches do that, but also establishing local ministries and partnering with other local ministries. Those are the five things that we really focus on: spreading awareness, creating unique resources, speaking, partnering with local churches, and establishing local ministries. And so if you want to sponsor that the end of this year or beginning of next year, we'd love to have you be part of that. Again, if you're looking for a ministry to invest in, we want to continue to grow. This is our year 15. We're going to be going into year 16, and we just want to see tremendous growth in our ministry, not so that we can become some big ministry, so that we can reach the fatherless of this nation. You can see what's happening in our nation if you just watch the news. And many times the root of the issue is fatherlessness, with crime, with drug and alcohol addiction, a lot of times with suicide. Now that was pre-COVID with some of the statistics, but 3 out of 4 teenage suicides occur in a household where a parent has been absent. That was pre-COVID. We don't have the statistics on after COVID. I know COVID statistics on suicide was very high. So we're not sure on those numbers, but that was pre-COVID. Different issues such as teen pregnancy. 71% of pregnant teenage girls come from fatherless homes. We could reach the fatherless. We could reach these kids. We could reach their moms. Imagine the difference we can make in the issue of abortion. High school dropouts. We've seen all these different things coming from fatherlessness, and we've shared a wide variety of statistics on here. Even mental illness comes oftentimes, a lot of times, from fatherless homes. And so if we can reach these families through evangelism and discipleship, and that's what our ministry does, imagine the difference we can make in our nation. But we need you to help us with that. We need you to get behind us. Pray for us. We need your prayers. The devil does not want this ministry to operate. The devil does not want us to succeed. Please pray for us. But also, please continue. If you're not already, please continue to consider supporting our ministry, and continue to do so if you are. We need your support to grow this ministry. We want to take this ministry to the next level so that we can reach more families with the gospel of Jesus Christ, so we can disciple more families on how to live and how to overcome fatherlessness. I was a fatherless child. God brought me out of fatherlessness, set my feet upon a rock, and it's not by me. I should not even be talking to you right now. I should be a statistic, but by the grace of God, I'm talking to you. And we need your help to continue to reach more families just like I was reached. Will you consider partnering with us? Would you consider helping us at this year's end and then also into the future? We could use your help. We really could. If you're somebody looking to start a single mom ministry, we can help you with that. Consider as a church to join our network. We'd love to have you with that as well. And if you're looking, hey, I want to help promote this ministry, we'd love to talk to you about our ambassador program. We have an ambassador program that we launched this year. All kinds of things happening. We have an ambassador program. Just email us, let us know. We would love to get you involved in that. But these are some of the things I wanted to bring to your attention at the year's end. We do this show. The show is not free for us to do, and so if you want to sponsor our show, let us know. We'd love for you to have you do that. But we have people, a girl behind the scenes that edits for us, and these different things, they take money, they take resources for us to do, and we'd love to have you, even our websites and our app and stuff like that, just to do our ministry in general. We need your support. We need your help. We'd love to be a missionary at your church. Again, I'm not trying to beg you, but if God puts it on your heart, we'd love to be one of your missionaries. We'd love to be supported by you as a business, as an individual, or we'd love to just start a ministry at your church and help you with the single mom ministry, or help you with mentoring. We have resources for that as well. We want to take our Fatherless Journey for Guys books this year and publish them. They're over 10 years old. They need redone. Our single mom journey book, the cover, it all needs redone. They're outdated. They're good content, but we want to redo them, and that takes funds. The different stuff like that. We want to come out with a bunch of more stuff for kids, and just trying to help these families out through new resources. Will you help us do it? So those are some of the things I wanted to bring to your attention. Like I said, but will you consider getting behind us at this year's end and partnering with us? We would love to have you. So I hope you guys having a great year. Hope you had a great year, 2023. Hope you have a great holiday season. And just let us know if you have any questions about our ministry, how you want to be involved. But check us out, lifefactors.org, godismydad.com. Hope you didn't mind me just kind of hijacking the show. I know you're used to guests and people like that. And we're going to also have some different episodes in the new year talking about some different celebrities that grew up fatherless. Like one of the episodes is going to be coming up. Actually, I'm not even going to tell you who it is, but we're going to talk about some of the issues of fatherlessness. There might not be an interview process on some of those. We're just going to discuss some people that grew up fatherless and share information about them. So be looking for those different episodes. I hope you enjoyed the Let's Talk About Fatherlessness show. I hope you enjoy the different resources we put out there. And just let us know if you have any questions or comments or suggestions. We'd love to hear from you. And definitely subscribe to our YouTube channels, The God Is My Dad, Life Factors Fatherless Ministries. Subscribe to or sign up or like our pages, whatever it's called, on different social medias. Like us, follow us, those different things on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Facebook, all those different places. Get behind us, follow us, like our posts, help us spread the word, share our stuff, get involved in our groups, and bring us out to speak at different events. We have stuff lined up. We're looking forward to being at a fatherless camp in July, speaking in Michigan again, just different things God's lining up for us, but we'd love to help you too. So have a great end of year. Have a great Christmas season. Have a great new year, and looking forward to seeing what God does in 2024. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.